You have a graduate, as I understand it, of the U.S. Military Academy at West Point
I
in your
do.
family, and therefore a special interest in some research that you've been doing into the kind of indoctrination that's taking place at that service academy, and I understand the others as well. Tell us about it and what you found that's very
Right.
troubling indeed.
Yes, my son is a West Point graduate, and
Congratulations.
we were receiving information from our supporters, who are many of them obviously we have some West Point graduates, we have great patriotic followers, and they were warning us about CRT, critical race theory training that was being taught at West Point. Now, this shocked me, as my son had never mentioned in the years that he was there, but he graduated before, I guess, probably all of this CRT stuff was really being introduced in a big way. But we sued on one of my requests to West Point for any PowerPoints, any instructional, training material that was being used to train West Point cadets on critical race theory. And they also asked for the communications, the four senior leaders within West Point, about CRT. It was interesting. We got a lot of great in quote records, including PowerPoints. But the emails, interestingly, were almost all entirely redacted. Now they claim, deliberative process. They use certain FOIA exemptions to get around, and frankly, I highly question the validity of those exemptions. But putting that aside, even the PowerPoint presentations we got were disgusting. I mean, Frank, you know, these materials are the CRT stuff is so poisonous that
Yeah.
it's designed to divide this country and make our, in this case, military officers, the leaders of our army, despise the very country that they are sworn to defend and
Yeah.
to put their
Even to put
lives
their
on the
lives
line.
on the line to defend,
Yes,
of
they
course.
talk about whiteness. White people and people of color live racially different, structured lives. Goes into, critical race theory grows out of the field of law. This is one of the quotes in one of their slides. Critical race theory grows out of the field of law and studies the way that racism is built into each. I'm sorry, the ways that racism is built into and reproduced through the institutions that organize everyday life in
Yeah.
America. Now,
Bill, this is so troubling. And unfortunately, we have to leave it at that for the moment, but we're going to come back to it with you because it's so clearly at odds with the mission of the military to defend this country and to have unit cohesion and readiness. And I can only think of it as just another example of the kind of wrecking operation that we've seen mounted against our people, our institutions, our country, our Constitution. Thanks for the great work you do at Judicial Watch to try to protect all of those. Bill, come back to us with updates as soon as possible, if you would.